Every play's a statement, Coach Edd on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactical rise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field, we hustle, every snap like it's gold. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drive, Coach Edd's breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.
What's going on, everyone? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Between the Hashmarks. Episode 4, man. Episode 4. Let's get into this, man. Get on to talk about the games that played this weekend. So, Between the Hashmarks, college football review. So, a few games that I'm going to go over, that I covered this weekend. And I'm going to talk about some of the things. So, you know what? Let's just get into it. The first one we're going to talk about is Colorado and Houston. In that game, Colorado just looked terrible, man. They couldn't do anything for the most part, and Houston could do anything. I mean, Houston dominated on offense. They gained 431 yards of total offense. Their starting quarterback, Connor Wegman, he led the offense with 222 yards on 15 completions and 24 attempts. Now, Colorado's quarterback, replacement quarterback Ryan Staub, he actually went 19 of 35, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But overall, their offense was ineffective. There's going to be questions about Coach Prime and what's going on there. Looking at the schedule, it wouldn't surprise me if they won just 2 or 3 games. It really wouldn't surprise me because, the way they played right there, they didn't look good. Now, I know Coach Prime is going to get in there and he's going to work and he's going to help these young men get better. But even after the game, he took accountability for the performance. Basically said he was lost for words for that, and that says a lot. So we'll see what happens with Colorado going forward. So the next game I'm going to talk about is Notre Dame taking on Texas A&M. This was a back and forth type of a game, man. It was an offensive explosion as both teams had over 400 yards of total offense. Now, the opportunities for Texas A&M, it led to some very impactful plays that ultimately helped them win the game. Quarterback Marcel Reed, he went 17 of 37 for 360 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. So when things seemed to bog down, Reed was there making plays that put the Aggies in position to ultimately come away with the win. Also, a key contributor was wide receiver Mario Craver, who was dynamic, catching the football all over the field. He had 7 receptions, 207 yards, and a touchdown. Now, on his touchdown reception, he outran his defender going up the left sideline. When he caught the ball, he did a spin, breaking some tackles, and then sprinted all the way to the end zone for an 86-yard touchdown. So that was a big play early in the game. The win was also great for head coach Mike Elko because he had been winless against Notre Dame last year, losing at Texas with Texas A&M, and before that when he was at Duke. So now this win will help position Texas A&M in the upper echelon within the SEC in college football. For Notre Dame, another tough loss as they fell to 0-2. This could be really difficult for them going forward, making the college football playoffs because they don't play for a conference title, because they're technically an independent. So ultimately, they're going to need to win out. Some of those games they're going to need to win convincingly. So the committee will say they definitely belong in there. So we'll see what happens. Next up was Georgia. They went to Knoxville and came away with the win. They came away with a 44-41 win. Tennessee did start out fast as they put the Bulldogs in deficit that ultimately they had to fight out of to get back into the game. Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar, he accumulated total touchdowns, 4 passing, 1 on the ground, and he also threw for 307 yards on 24 of 36. Georgia quarterback Gunnar Stockton, he threw for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns to play the key role in Georgia winning their 9th straight game in the series between the two teams. It also keeps Georgia in contention for the SEC title. Now, I do expect to see both teams fighting for a college playoff football spot. So we'll see what happens going forward. Now, we're going to get into my top 10 review, covering just the top 10 and what they did this week. Number 1 was Ohio State defeating Ohio University 37-9. I mean, Ohio University out of the MAC has proven to be a very tough team, competing with 2 Big Ten teams, even though they came with losses. Number 2 is Penn State. They spanked Villanova 52-6. LSU took care of Florida 20-10. Georgia beat Tennessee 44-41. Miami, they handled the darling South Florida from last week 40-12. Oregon defeated Northwestern 34-14. Texas, they slogged through a win over UTEP 27-10. Arch Manning did not look good in that game, so we'll see what happens going forward. Clemson got another loss. They lost to Georgia Tech 24-21. South Carolina, they took a difficult loss to Vanderbilt 31-7. And Notre Dame, they lost to number 16 Texas A&M 41-40. So there you have it. That's my top 10 review. Now I'm going to get into my top 25, and there's been some changes there. So this is my top 25. Coming in at number 25, Vanderbilt over that big win. Also entering the ranks is Ole Miss at 24. You have Missouri coming in at number 23. You have Arizona State moving up to number 22. You have Georgia Tech entering the ranks after their big win at 21. Tennessee falling to 20. South Carolina falling to 19. Texas Tech moving up to 18. Michigan also moving up to 17. Indiana at 16. Auburn at 15. Utah at 14. Alabama 13. Oklahoma is at 12. Texas A&M moved up to 11. Iowa State is at 10. Florida State is at 9. Illinois is at 8. Texas at 7. Oregon at 6. Miami at 5. LSU at 4. Georgia is now at 3. Penn State 2. And Ohio State is number 1. So there you have it. That's my top 25. Let me know what you guys think. Tap in, give me, what you think, what you like, didn't agree with, what you thought of the games. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys tap into the Aboriginal Sports Network. Hit a like there for them. Also subscribe if you haven't already done so. And all the content creators there, because there's everything that you're looking for within that network. So that's going to be it this week. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. Until the next one. Peace.
On the field we grind, every play's a statement. Coach Edd on the headset, leading like a champion. Games on blast, yeah, we talking all the scores. From the stands to the couch, it's college football wars. Tactic arise, rivals feel the pressure. Every snap, every pass, it's a teacher lecture. We breaking down the plays with rhythm and force. This podcast is the playbook, it's the main source. On the headset, we're calling the shots. Every team on the rise, giving all that we got. On the field we hustle, every snap like it's told. Highlight reels rolling, the stories unfold. Tailgates are packed, fans decked in their pride. On the headset, got the whole world on our side. From the kickoff to the final drop, Coach Edd's breaking down how we thrive. Every week, every game, we're turning the tide. On the headset, where the passion won't hide. Let's talk stats, let's break it down. Championship dreams, we're wearing that crown. From the big wins to the heartbreaking loss. On the headset, we're here, no matter the cost.